Good morning. How are you today? I hope you are doing well and you are good, working on your lectures and your courses. Let us finish today what we have started talking about chapter 2 on culture. Just to remind you about what we have discussed from the beginning, that people, they are different in a certain way because they carry different values. Why this is important for the international manager? This is very important because international managers, they want to succeed wherever they are all over the world. For this reason, knowing other people and their values and their culture is very important for international business and international management. We have discussed the meaning of values and how values they involve or evolve in the societies and what constitutes a main culture for each society. Today we will talk about language and religion as main items which constitute the values of people and the culture of people. Let us see the language. Language usually differ among societies and among people. We have so many languages spoken around the world. A common language within a country usually is considered a uniting power and uniting force for the people because they all speak the same language and there is a homogeneous understanding between and among these people to know each other and to speak in one language and to communicate in one way. So the shared language between nations facilitate international business. What do we mean by shared language? We mean by shared language is that people, they understand each other languages, which means that if we speak Arabic, we should know the English spoken language in other countries. This brings us together and it facilitates our doing business in an easier way. So we agree that English is the most common language of business around the world. When people from different areas, they speak the same language usually, culture spread more easily. Because cultural homogeneity in the same area, for instance, in the United States, they speak English, in addition to other languages such as Spanish. But the most common spoken language in the United States is English language, and usually it brings the American people together and creates a homogeneous atmosphere because they all speak the same language, which is English. When language differ, for instance, between the United States or Britain and France, they speak English and the other one speak French, then the level of homogeneity is not the same between the British people or the American people themselves. So sharing the same language will become easier between, for instance, the United States and Britain because they speak the same language. In our area of the world, the Arab people, they find it easy for themselves to communicate and do business with each other because they speak the same language, which is Arabic. But it would be a little bit difficult when Arab people interact with British people or American people in doing business in a certain manner because language is different here. So we need translation to understand each other, sometimes, not always, because people now, they all speak second language in addition to their mother tongue. So choosing the language which will make international business is easy is a must for international manager and to prepare himself to study other people's languages in order to make it easier for him to communicate with them in an easy manner. Next, we will talk about religion. Religion constitutes a major aspect in cultural understanding and in building culture and values of people and society wherever they are. So religion impacts doing business in other countries. Why this is important for international managers to understand the religion and religious aspects and orientation of other societies in other areas of the world. It's very important to know what is being permitted or prohibited within a country or society due to religious reasons. For instance, doing business in an Islamic country, they should respect that pork, for instance, is not acceptable in Muslim countries. So, international business will not be successful if they produce pork in an area which is eating pork is prohibited. Moreover, doing business, doing McDonald's, for instance, in India, they don't produce cow or the beef meat. Why? Because in the Indian religion, it is prohibited to eat, and the cows usually, they worship cows, and for this reason, you don't antagonize them in making something which is not acceptable in their culture and they believe in. So, language and religion, as I said, they are very important in doing business. Moreover, international managers, they should understand the social stratification in different countries. How do we determine social ranking in a certain culture or certain society? Usually, we consider two things. On the one hand, in some cultures, social ranking is based on the individual's achievements and qualification. The more you are qualified, the more you are an achiever, then in this country, you gain the respect of people because of your own achievements. On the other hand, in other societies, social stratification is built on affiliation with other groups. For instance, if you belong to a certain family or a certain tribe, then you will gain your respect because of your belonging to this community or to this ranking. So this is different, either individual or the collectivist or the group that we are assigned to or we belong to in a certain manner. Okay, if we consider the group membership, we consider the group membership from two angles. The first one is the ascribed and the second one is the acquired. What do we mean by the ascribed group membership? Ascribed means that we gain this based on gender, male, female, family, the age, the caste, ethnic, racial, or national origin. So, being male, this means that you have an ascribed group membership with male people. Being female, you will have an ascribed group membership with feminine people. Family, then you are ascribed to a certain family because you belong to this family or to this tribe membership. Okay, the acquired group membership, this one is based on religion, political affiliation, or professional association. In the first one, sometimes we don't have the choice to choose our gender. We are being established to be males or females from in our genes or in our gender. Age, we don't have the choice of choosing being young or old because age usually transcend from being young to being an old person. So, religion, you will acquire your religion from your family, from your ancestors, from your society, being Muslim or being Christian or any other religion that you acquire in your membership. Political affiliation, which means that you choose your party. So, being affiliated in a political party, this means that I am a member in this party in specific. Professional association, usually you gain your professional association with according to your specialization, being a physician, doctor, being an advocate, being a lecturer, being and so. So this is your association with professional people in this manner. Okay. In addition, we can add another social stratification based on education and social connection. What do you mean by education? The level of education usually will stratify people in a certain manner, higher or lower level of education. Social connection, you have connections with the people from higher ranks, or you belong to certain families or certain people who who belong to certain stratification in the society. Okay, why all this is important? We should know this because people, international managers, they should know how to motivate people in other cultures. When you work in other country or in other society, you should know how to motivate the employees who work in this organization. I should know what is very important to them. Usually in the Western societies, material things and material wealth is very important. So you motivate your employees by giving them more incentives, which is monetary incentives. This motivation will promote the economic development of the organization, of the individual, and in addition, it will increase productivity and have a good share in economic development. So the more people they gain what they want or what they need in life, they will be more eager to work and do their utmost effort to make their work successful and their productivity in a higher way. Okay, if we look at the masculinity femininity index, which is this is a measure which is produced by Hofstede, which I have mentioned to you at the beginning of the course, at the beginning of this chapter. We classify societies if they are masculine or feminine. What do you mean by masculine? If we have high masculinity index in the country, this means that I am an achiever and I want to work and do hard in my life so that I will achieve something to make me very important in the society. So they live to work in masculine societies. In feminine societies, work itself is not that much important, and they give more balance to their social life, which means that I work to live, and that's it. But I don't put my utmost power and my utmost effort for the reason of gaining many things, many material things in my life. You remember that you have studied in organizational behavior so many theories talking about the need theory. Most importantly, you remember Abraham Maslow. He said the first theory talking about the human needs theory. Individuals usually, they aspire to fulfill certain needs in their life. Abraham Maslow, he said that we have two layers of needs. The first one, he called them the first three layers, and we have the higher layers. The first layers, he indicated that they are set in three levels. We don't go from one level to another until we fulfill the first level. So when individuals fulfill the lower level needs, they will move to the higher level needs. This ranking usually differs among cultures for certain reasons. In some cultures, as I said, materialism is very important. In other cultures, not material things is very important, but we look for other things such as social needs, being a member of a family or to have good friends or to have good atmosphere in the organization is the best. Let us look at the hierarchy of needs as set by Abraham Maslow. The first three levels, the first one is physiological, the second one is security, the third one is affiliation. Then we come to the higher levels, which are in number 4 and 5. 4, which is self-esteem, and 5 is self-actualization. The first three levels, they are common among everybody all over the world. 4 and 5, it's not common because some people, they might work hard to go to gain the self-esteem and self-actualization. Meanwhile, other people, they might say, it's enough for me as long as my physiological needs are, I gain them, I am secure at work, I have a good relation, or I have good social relations with my family, with my friends, and so on. So these are the main important motivational factors that Abraham Maslow has raised. Next, we will talk about relationship preferences. I will stop here so that you will comprehend what I have discussed with you so far. And next lecture, inshallah, we will move to this topic, which will discuss the 4 main dimensions about differences among people and among societies and among cultures. So I see you then in the next lecture, inshallah. Bye bye.